100% sí, baby. Yo voy.
This is something I actually really don't see anybody speaking about in the looks maxing community. They're always talking about how to look more attractive, how to do fashion, the old money style, but no one's actually teaching you how to look expensive, how to look bougie, because whenever you look more expensive, it will bring you more life opportunities. More people will be drawn to you almost like you are a magnet. So today, I'm going to teach you exactly step by step how to look expensive without looking like a dork, which most guys tend to do when they try to look expensive. Without further ado, let's get it. First things first, I'm gonna break my own rule, but if you want to look more expensive, no piercings, no earrings, no nose rings, no tattoos, nothing like this. If you want to look more expensive, you have to look clean cut as much as possible, because if you get these things, especially like a nose piercing for example, it looks a little bit trashy. I'm gonna be completely honest, so people will lose a little bit of respect for you. But if you get to a certain point to where you just truly do not care, kind of like me at this point, then it doesn't really matter what people think about you. But if you want them to think very highly of you, oh, he's so expensive, he's so bougie, skip all this stuff. There's nothing that looks more expensive than a monochrome outfit. So pretty much we got like two options with the monochrome. You only see people who are very expensive rocking the monochrome. So we got the all white. All white looks so sick, but don't do like the bright whites, like a bright white t-shirt, white skinny jeans. That does not look sick. That does not look expensive. What I'm talking about is like the linens, you know, like the linen white button up, the linen white pants. This looks so sick. Maybe pair it with some black sandals or some nice dress shoes. This will look very classy, very expensive. Or do what all the fashion designers are doing. Everybody who really is expensive. You will notice people with high net worths, they typically always wear all black. And another reason for this too, I think, is because it minimizes decision fatigue. You don't go into the closet like, oh, what colors am I going to pair today? I'm going to wear my green shirt with my beige cut. No, you're not thinking about all that. You're thinking, all right, let's put on an all black fit, get out there and go get some money, stack the bread up. Something I did for the first time this year is I actually went to the tailor. Now, being 6'6", 205 pounds, it is very hard to actually find clothes that fit me properly off the rack. But I went to the tailor and I got a whole bunch of button-ups completely tailored to myself. I got a slim fitting black suit and also a black tuxedo, and then a belt and a couple other things that really aren't tailored, but they just look sick. But if you want to look expensive, it's much better actually to wear cheap fitted, tailored clothing rather than really expensive. Like, let's say you got a Louis Vuitton shirt, it's like $800 versus a $30 H&M shirt, but you got the shirt tailored. What do you think is going to look more expensive? What's going to look more bougie? 100 times is going to be the H&M shirt, just because it fits you accordingly. Most of you guys, you cannot just shop off the rack unless you actually look like the average person. The clothes off the rack, you know who they're actually designed for? They're designed for the 5'9" American who's 30-40 pounds overweight, not the slim guy, not the guy who's a little bit taller, or maybe you're a little bit shorter. You gotta hit up the tailor, and this is gonna make you look so much bougier, bro. You guys already know this, but ever since I was perhaps 15, I started working, I started my own business when I was actually 15. One thing I've always done, I always preach, is spending a lot of money on food. Ever since I was 15, I would blow thousands of dollars every single month as a freaking teenager on food. Really high quality grass-fed steaks, pasture-raised eggs, really high quality supplements that actually make a difference. And you know why this makes you look expensive? Because you can tell somebody's health just by their face, just by their eyes. If someone's got red, disgusting eyes, they're not gonna look healthy. Someone who looks bougie, they look expensive, they're not gonna look tired. They're not gonna look like they're not taking care of themselves. These people are the epitome of taking care of themselves. They invest in themselves to look as attractive, and not just attractive, but as healthy as possible. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys in the looks maxing community know health markers are actually a huge part when it comes to looks maxing. So you got to be investing in yourself, otherwise people will be able to see it. Obviously, one of the best ways to invest in yourself is to get the proper supplementation, like I always have ever since I was a teenager. This is another reason I grew much taller than my genetic potential. 92% of you guys, believe it or not, have vitamin and nutrient deficiencies. Whenever you are deficient, there are a couple things are going to happen. First of all, IGF-1, human growth hormone, shuts off, closing down your your growth plates to where you can no longer grow taller and optimize your high growth genetics. And obviously, if you got deficiencies, you're not gonna look good, man. Like your skin's gonna look like trash. Everything about you is just gonna be off. Your health is not gonna be optimized. So you gotta pick up Titan Growth 2.0, which has 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients so that you can optimize your health to grow taller, to look better, to have that glow, everything. kalosique.com, my website. And don't forget to pick up Aries Rage. Aries Rage contains boron, zinc, maca root, tanga ali, oyster extract, everything scientifically proven to boost your testosterone by over 37%. And don't forget to join Kalos VIP. I just renamed it actually. We're doing Kalos VIP. So Kalos VIP is my looks maxing school. So I got my 3-hour looks maxing masterclass, 2-hour high growth masterclass, and right now I got 3 chapters of my female nature masterclass. I've got almost 100 students in there transforming their lives. I want you to be next. Join Kalos VIP right now. I mentioned this in another recent video, but designer, believe it or not, does make you look a lot more expensive. The way society perceives it, especially middle class and more broke people, they always think that designer is very expensive. So I think getting a few key pieces will make you look quite a bit more expensive. For example, my favorite brand has to be Louis Vuitton. So like a Louis Vuitton duffel, a passport holder, a card holder, a backpack, maybe just pick out one of these things and it's automatically gonna make you look more expensive. But always remember, don't spend outside of your means. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position. You should always spend perhaps 5 to 10% of your income on more bougie things. So this means that if you're not making enough to spend like that currently, you need to focus more on making money, because it's better at the end of the day to make the money to where you are actually bougie rather than trying to fake it from the first place. For example, this is my new Louis Vuitton duffel bag. It is my favorite duffel bag I've ever had, man. Quality is completely different, just getting something more luxurious. But the thing is, obviously, no one's ever gonna see me with this, but whenever I'm at the airport, anything like this, then you can start up conversations, and overall, it just makes you feel better and you look more expensive. Whenever somebody first looks at you, they look in 2 direct places. Number 1, they look at your shoes. The eyes start down and then they go up, they look at your face. Obviously, you gotta be having a healthy face, looking put together, everything. But another thing with the face is going to be designer sunglasses. So designer sunglasses with very clean shoes, for example, dress shoes, whatever you got on, just make sure they are clean. Because if you got dirty shoes on, it's gonna make you kind of look like a broke boy. Last but not least is going to be the actual way that you speak, how you articulate. You'll notice people not raised around money, they always speak in a certain way. They curse quite a bit more. They have more run-on sentences. They don't know how to enunciate. They don't have proper communication skills. So if you're not born around this, you weren't actually taught how to speak properly, I always recommend to you to actually practice this. You can do what I did and practice by actually speaking on camera, because this improves your real life speaking skills, how you communicate, how you articulate, because this is one of the most important skills that you can have. And if you speak eloquently, then a lot of people will think that you are much more expensive. But that's it, bro. Subscribe if you're new. Love you with all my heart. Peace.